was both startled and surprised to see Willie approaching with a young lady.
Hey, Dr. Fletcher, look. Look what I found. Ain't she beautiful?
Well, yes, but what is the meaning of this? Who are you? What is your name?
She won't talk, Doctor. She won't say nothing. Maybe she's one of the new patients, huh? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. This place is getting better all the time.
Now, that'll do, Willie. You go to your room.
I seen her first.
That's true, Willie, but it's late and you should be back in your room.
Oh, it's a jib.
You better come inside with me. We went to my office. I wanted to help the girl. I tried to find out who she was, where she came from, but I was unable to obtain any information from her. I thought her peculiar behavior was probably due to shock. Still, her eyes were alert. Her wrist felt cold, clammy, and yet her pulse was normal. There was no way of knowing then if her silence was forced or whether she was a victim of toxic or mental disturbance. Usually the eyes will respond to a question. Still, the girl would not reply in any way. Perhaps I'd better call Miss Gray, the admission nurse, because if you're not a patient here, I must notify the authorities.
Dr. Fletcher, I told them you were busy.
Why, Joan. Hello, Bob.
Hello, sir.
It's my fault. I can never refuse Joni anything.
Used to do a lot better for me in the old days, before Father got hold of this place. Why, the idea of letting him forget an appointment with me.
I'm sorry, Joan, dear, but I've been very busy.
It's bad enough you're missing the varsity show, but not a single letter in weeks.
Yes, I know, but I got myself involved in some research.
Well, that's a good excuse, isn't it, Bob? Father deserts only daughter. You know, I have a very good case there. I could have your parentage annulled.
Oh.
If I wanted to.
I hope you'll forgive my barging in like this, but Joan invited me.
Oh, glad to have you, my boy. Anytime.
Thank you.
And can we have cottages 1 and 2?
That I suggest you take up with Miss Gray.
Hello. My name is Paula.
Why, hello, Paula.
That's odd. It's the first time she's shown interest in anything or even spoken a word.
Hey, what goes on here?
Why, she's a patient of mine, Joan, suffering from amnesia.
Maybe Bob could help restore her memory.
Yes, but now Miss Gray will see that you're both comfortably settled, and I'll look in on you later. Now, if you'll excuse me. Coming, Bob?
Yes, sir. Excuse me.
I'll see you later, son.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Hello. I brought you something nice to eat.
Go away.
Oh, gee, I only...
Go away.
Look and see. It's awful good.
Now, you know, Willie, Dr. Fletcher warned you not to go near Paula or to annoy her in any way.
I don't annoy her. I was just bringing her lunch.
It's the third time you've stolen a tray from the kitchen.
I was just trying to be nice to her.
Oh, never mind, Willie. I'll take the tray. Go back to your own room.
Oh, it's a jib.
Come, Paula. Don't let your lunch get cold. You didn't touch a thing for lunch, Paula. Nor even a bit of your dinner. Good evening, Dr. Fletcher.
Good evening, Miss Gray.
She's a bad girl, Doctor. She won't eat.
Well, this won't do at all, young lady. But we'll talk about that later. Sit down, Paula. I'd like to try another little test with you, Paula. Somewhat different than the one we did yesterday. Now, this may be more difficult, but we'll see how it works. Shall we? Now, here's how it goes. I say something to you, leaving out a certain word. And you ought to tell me what that word is. Do you understand?
Yes, Dr. Fletcher.
All right. Now, this is just for practice. I say, if a child loses his balance, he will what?
He will fall.
Good. Now you have the idea. We must do this within a certain time limit. So, are you ready? The sky is what on bright days? And what before a storm?
The sky is blue on bright days and dark before a storm.
Good, very good, my child. Now, strange noises make a dog what? A happy cat will what?
Strange noises make a dog bark. A happy cat will purr.
Oh, making excellent progress, Paula. Now we go to one more difficult...
Well, here goes. Hey, aren't you coming with me?
Well, darling, I was just thinking, maybe it would be better for you to talk to Father alone, sort of man to man.
Nothing doing. When I break the news to him, you're going to be right beside me.
Scaredy cat.
Take that back.
Bob, I've been waiting for you.
Have you? I've been sort of busy. But you're looking very well tonight, and very pretty, too.
Don't overdo it, darling.
Bob, may I speak to you a moment?
Certainly, sir.
Here's your chance, Romeo. Make the most of it.
Excuse me, Paula.
Now, son, I don't want you to misunderstand. But if you remember when you first met Paula, I told you she was a patient here.
Yes, I understand.
But do you?
What are you trying to tell me, Dr. Fletcher?
I feel it necessary to emphasize the fact that you must avoid Paula.
I don't get it. All I did was to be polite and to humor a little.
Yes, I understand, but to one as emotionally unstable as Paula, any such kindness or attention might invite danger.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious that I've come to the conclusion that she must be isolated completely.
I never dreamt.
As a matter of fact...
Lovely summer night, isn't it? Did you ever notice when you look up at the sky and keep watching it long enough, its color seems to change from a black to a brilliant blue?